Here we are with Tanner and Jackie with JT Junk Solutions, who grew their junk removal company in Austin, Texas from $2,500 a month to over $500,000 in revenue and over six figures in brand deals from social media in the last 2 years. It's excited to be here with you guys. How are you?
Thanks for having us. Yeah, we're good. Thanks for coming out to Austin.
Yeah, it's been fun. So yeah, this trip was kind of out of the blue, and we just decided to come to you guys, get content with you, see what a day in the life looks like. We were on the job yesterday with all that content. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But wanted to sit down and really hear your guys' story, what got you guys into this, and where you guys see your future going with your social media, your junk removal business, all that. Should be fun.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
So yeah, talk to me about the story, because everybody sees you guys as JT Junk Solutions on social media right now. You guys are one of the top in this space right now, and but it wasn't always like that. 2 years ago, where were you guys?
I feel like a lot of people think that they can't do what we do because they think that we had some crazy beginning or crazy life before this. But
Yeah.
I was a server. I was going to college. He was in the Army. Do you want to talk a little bit about your...
Yeah. I was on my last mobilization with the Army Reserves and came back almost $100,000 in debt, and I moved back to Austin with my girlfriend Jackie, and I'm just making $20 an hour, which here in Austin's not a living. And I just didn't want to have that type of life for us anymore. But I didn't really know what I could do to kind of get out of that. And I just started looking for businesses that I could start without any experience and without any like type of licensing, right? Because I didn't have any skills outside of my medical stuff that I did with the Army, and I was pretty much capped at what I was getting paid. So
Sweet. So you're in Austin. You guys are in a relationship. And what made you, did you try a few different things, or what made you land on junk removal?
No, I mean, we had just started dating, so everything was kind of new to us. Like, we were just trying to figure out how to live a life together.
Yeah.
And we were just driving one day, and he's like, I've always wanted to have a business. And I was like, okay. And then I was like what? And he's like, I've thought about junk removal. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And then we just did it. Like, I think the next day he was making postings on like Facebook and Thumbtack. We got a job almost immediately. We went to do it, and it was fun. I was like, yeah, let's do it again.
yeah, everyone thinks there's this like big elaborate story of like all this research I did. Like I had looked at businesses I could do with little to no money and no experience, and junk removal was one of those things. And in prior relationships, I just never had support. So like I was nervous to bring it up to her. And also Jackie's a beautiful woman. So I'm like, I don't think this girl is going to be like, yeah, let's do junk removal, because it's like a nasty job. But I brought it up to her, and she's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, really? Okay. So yeah, next day I got to the grind, and we got a job probably the first week. Because we were like peak summer. We started in July, and we went out, made $300 in 15 minutes. And that was like mind blowing money, because at the time it took me 16 hours of working to make $300.
Yeah.
So I was just like, well, if we do this like once or twice a week, I can quit my 9 to 5. I don't have to go to work anymore. So
When did you end up quitting?
was it like 2 weeks in or a week in or something like that?
I think it was like 10 days in.
Yeah, like, cause so like 10
What?
days in, I was trying to go part time, and the company basically strong armed me. They're like, if you wanna have a job here, you're gonna work full time. And I was like, okay, well, you guys can go kick rocks, cause no one tells Tanner what he's gonna do. So
That's not really how it went, guys.
How'd it go?
He texted me. He's like, I don't know if I should leave.
Yeah.
And he just went back and forth on it for like a day or two. And I was like, dude, like, you're not
Yeah.
making that much money. Like, you can go make that anywhere else.
yeah, there's nothing to lose.
I wasn't making much money at my job either. So it was like, I didn't have anything to lose. And
Yeah.
My biggest struggle is I was scared to, as a man, you're supposed to provide and do that whole thing. So I was like, I feel like I should keep my job. Like, I should keep it until we get the ball rolling. But
See, I've never
it's a
needed
comfort.
anybody to provide for me. So I was like, no. Like,
yeah, she's just like,
we
send it.
can both figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're together, but we're two different people that can both do things, you
Yeah.
know?
For sure. But that support that you gave him early on is absolutely everything, because a lot of people don't have that support. They have a wife and they're like, I wish you would just get a 9 to have an ex-wife. She said, Luke, I wish you would just have a 9 to 5 and come with me at 5 p.m. and chill with me on the couch.
Yeah.
And it's like, my brain does not operate like that. So
Yeah.
to have a partner that's like, yeah, I believe you. I believe in you. I believe in us. Let's do this. Like, I support you.
Yeah.
Let's make this happen. And you got the gloves on every single day too. You're picking up the junk too. Like, you are in this business. You guys are, it's JT. It's both you guys.
Yeah, it's her business. She's the majority owner. A lot of people don't know that, but
Oh.
she's the majority owner. There's a reason why it's JT, Jacqueline, and Tanner. So, that's just, but it's the
Yeah, it's
nature
so
of the
awesome.
beast. So,
Yeah, for sure. It's so awesome. That supports everything. But then also, like, I believe so many people have the fear of failure, that fear, which keeps them stuck year after year after year.
Yeah.
Because some people would be like, you know what, $20, I can make it work. I can go get a second job. Like, I'm secure there, instead of ever taking that leap. But you saw it as like, you know what, like, that is the same amount I would make in a week working or whatever. Like, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You always have something to fall back to. That's so cool. So that's how you guys started. Did you guys just do it with your truck at the time? And how was the process? Because a lot of people, you have a dump truck now, right?
yeah.
Talk to me about that process from starting it to where you guys are at now. 'Cause you guys,
Go ahead.
The only vehicle we had was a Ford Fusion.
a Fusion.
Yeah, we didn't have
It was
we didn't have a truck.
car, yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I was $100,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Had a 400 credit score, and no money in the bank. Jackie had a decent credit score and she had a little bit of money, but we were like, that didn't exist to us because
It was just like a reserve for in case
something
anything
happened.
went
Yeah.
wrong. It wasn't a lot of money either.
Yeah, so we just got scrappy. We rented U-Hauls for the first little bit, and between the first 2 or 3 jobs, I saved $1,000, and I went on Facebook Marketplace and I lowballed everybody with like a $3,000 truck, and just told them my little sap story. Said, hey, my name's Tanner. I'm an Army veteran. Just got back from an Army mission. I'm really trying to start this business. Is there any way you could work with me on price? And I eventually, after like 50 to 100 messages, I found another Army veteran that sold me a truck for $1,100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nobody's willing to do that. Nobody's willing to send the messages. Like, asking you shall receive. It's the same concept. Like, you guys put it out there and you made it happen.
I think it's a humility thing too. You know, like when you really think about it, like I think a lot of people would be very judgmental. It's like, man, this guy was begging other people for their stuff so he could go pick up trash. Like that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But like, what else did I have? Like I didn't have anything else, so might as well.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, but everything to gain.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's just starting out. Then U-Haul. And then, do you guys ever bring on a crew or anything? Or what did that look like?
In the very beginning, no. I think we had like one of your friends go out maybe 3 times in the first like 3 months.
Yeah.
But we did everything by ourselves. We didn't do everything right in the beginning. We did moving for a little while. That was pretty rough.
Yeah, yeah. So in the beginning, we didn't know a lot about marketing and or anything about sales really. So we were struggling on that front. But you know, we got a truck, and then we eventually bought a little utility trailer, and that little setup made us about $60,000, $65,000. But yeah, majority of the days were like 12, 14-hour days of us going out, underpricing jobs, and getting as much work as we could. That was it. Working in. And the funny thing is that truck had no AC, no radio, in the middle of summer, Texas heat.
Yep.
Like we were just out there grinding every day.
What was your guys' thought process around that time? Like, were you like, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Am I just feel stuck right now? Like, in the day to day? Like, did you know something else had to change within your business? How were you guys? What was your day to day like?
I would say yes. It wasn't very immediate that I myself was like, oh, we need to do something else because we were still making so much more money than like our regular jobs. But slow season came around and then everything like
it crumbled. But it was it was really polarizing. So there was like, we knew there were things that we needed to do better. But when you go from making $2,600 a month combined to making like $10K a month combined, it's like
it was comfortable.
It was it was super comfortable. So we didn't mind. Like we liked working. We liked working our asses off. We would come home exhausted, we would eat whatever we wanted for the day because we burned a bunch of calories all day, and like we would go to the gym, and like we were together all the time. So it's like, what else is there supposed to be to life? And then like we had money to go on dates and stuff like that, so it was cool. But like Jackie said, once we kind of got to that like 5th month mark, like November, we had our worst month ever, and then that was like what made us decide that we were gonna, like, we needed something to change. And another driving factor that not only did we have the worst month ever, but we had committed to getting married in January. So we had no money in the bank. Like, we hadn't prepaid anything for the wedding, and now we're losing money in the business. We're like, well, I told her, I was like, do I go get a 9 to 5? Like, either we're not getting married in January, or I don't know. I was just like, I didn't know what we were gonna do. I was so lost.
All right, so with that, now we have Sanwal, my business partner, with this, and he leads more of the sales side of things, and that's where we all met, right? Us four on a call.
Yeah, so you had asked like what had prompted us to work with you, or like I don't remember how. It had to have been an ad, obviously, because that's what you do, right? But were you in your DMs at the time still? Were you physically still in them, or did you have a setter in there?
Probably had a setter.
Yeah.
But obviously I oversee all of them, so I probably saw what was going on.
You sent me voice messages.
Yes.
So like you had reached out, you had followed back, and then your DM setter like sent a couple messages, and I just like, I think I sent a voice message or you sent a voice message, because I was like wasn't 100% sure, and we just went back and forth, and you convinced me to take the meeting. I had a conversation with Jackie about it beforehand, and she's like, let's try it out. Again, this is like one of those impasses too, where she really surprised me, because I thought she was going to be the one that shut you guys down. I was like, she's the yes or no. So,
I think the thing about Tanner is he'll come to me with like something else every day. Yeah. And at the time, I think you tried to talk to like one other person or something, but they didn't offer anything that was like very appealing. It was kind of just like, oh, well, we need to do something. Yeah. But then he told me about y'all, and I was like, oh, yeah.
We were between doing SEO or doing ads.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. Did we have a phone call about that as well first before we had the call?
I don't know that we did a phone call before it. I think we closed on the first call with you guys. Yeah. But it was like, I had a phone call with them first. That's what I did. I put you guys off to have a phone call with them, because they owned a junk removal company, did 7 figures, tried to talk me into that whole process, which is crazy now looking back, because now that we know about SEO, like, it's insane that anybody with any type of conscience would say, hey, invest in a service that takes 6 to 8 months to like have any type of return to someone who's struggling in business. So I had the meeting with him, wasn't convinced. We decided to jump on a meeting with you guys.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the application form as well, because usually when you see someone book in and they put like $2,000 a month or $3,000, that doesn't usually mean that they're doing that consistently. It means it varies. Yeah. And it could be like 1,000 or like 500, or it could be whatever. Yeah. So I wasn't like, I just wanted to have like more of a conversation when we were talking on that call. Yeah. And it was crazy, because it wasn't just the, like, you guys closed on the first call, but it was us talking, and I'm like, what's the biggest lever you guys could pull right now? And it's just what you said. With SEO, it takes 6 to 8 months, and if you're struggling to get leads in business and actually pay bills, SEO is not going to be able to do that.
No, not at all. That guy actually ended up being a scam, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, he stole $2,000 from us, but he actually stole like over $100,000 from other junk removal companies.
What? That's crazy.
Grimy. That's the SEO space, though, and I'm sure it's the ad space too, in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, it was it was crazy, and like, so we got on that phone call, and I don't remember who led the call. I don't think was it you?
That was me.
No, I think
we were both.
Luke and then you came in.
Yeah, you came in at the end. Yeah, Luke led a majority of the call.
Really? I genuinely remember having the entire conversation with you guys.
Sitting next to him.
Yeah, you guys were double teaming it.
We were double teaming. I know we double teamed a ton. He typically leads. He typically leads them. Yeah. But yeah, I just remember the story with it, of like, you guys were like, if this doesn't work, like, we're pushing out our wedding.
I have to say also, I have to compliment you guys on your process too, because if you were kind of getting into it a little bit, because we've done some, high ticket sales, and I can't imagine getting a lead like ours and still taking the time to jump on a call with someone, because we were not qualified by any stretch of the means, I would say. But
I agree.
yeah, that was
What
fun.
made you take that call?
It's still good to have those conversations, because we've had people that we spoke to and they're like, I could tell that you weren't trying to like close me, because like we took a call where the person's like, I don't even have $500 to my name to invest.
Yeah.
But it's still like, if we have time in the day to like actually give value, even if we spark something, it can turn into something later, because like you never know how one conversation could go.
Yeah, and shifts the whole thing for somebody.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've done that a lot. A lot of my disqualified calls, I'd spend an hour and just like, hey, this is what you need to do. Come back to me when it's done and we can talk. So
Yeah, but speaking about the wedding situation, because I was gonna talk about that. So with you guys made like a 5-figure plus like investment with us, and you guys did that at a time where it was, you guys were only making $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
With you spending, I remember like $800 on Meta ads and the similar like same platform.
yeah.
So normally when someone spends money on a platform, they're like, oh, this is a scam, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
But you were still open to having the conversation. You invested a extreme amount of money for you guys at the time.
Yeah.
So what led you to do that after spending $800 and finding out that it didn't work for you?
Yeah, I think, well, to give some context, like that month, we actually were negative $1,500. So we lost money that month. Jackie has to tell you, because honestly, if it was up to me, I probably wouldn't have done it. Just to be really honest with you, I was very risk adverse, where she was like more steady on things, I guess. So I don't know what made you decide to
take the call. I just kind of wanted to hear what you guys were gonna say, and then when I actually said yes, you guys were so confident. Like, I know everybody's like, yeah, we can do that for you, but they're never confident. You guys were confident. There was a guarantee in your like program as well. I don't remember it exactly right now, but I don't know. Like,
did you guys hit that guarantee 2 months in?
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, well, we really have nothing to lose again, like, because the guarantee was there. Again, you guys were just like confident. Made me feel like it would work.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, you guys were, so we spoke in December, and you guys had a wedding coming up in January. And I remember you saying, if this doesn't work out, you guys are potentially maybe thinking of pushing the wedding forward.
Yeah.
You were thinking of picking up a job, and like you guys were excited, you're like, let's do it. But you guys were also like, you know what, if this doesn't work, like I'll just go back to work. We'll do this. Yeah. So most people are risk adverse, where they don't want to like spend a fraction like of what you guys spent.
Yeah.
When they're in a better position than you.
Yeah.
You guys were negative 1,500 with a wedding coming up, and you guys still took that like leap of faith and bet on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy to think about. And but like Jackie said, and she's the one that really pushed me, it's like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, we've already, for me, I was at, the next step was like bankruptcy, I guess, is the worst thing I could get, right? And it's like, at that point in time, she just like, we'll figure it out. Like, we'll just figure it out. Wow. And like getting some knowledge, like whatever knowledge you guys had at the time to give us, I think was only going to help. But we also saw your guys' success and all the people you were working with, and we took the leap. Like, we really didn't even, I don't know, it didn't feel like we had to be pushed into it. Do you guys feel like you had to push us into it?
No, not at all.
No, I think was a question that I said in the voice memo, like, you can do this, or what's another option? Like, what is your other option to grow your business right now?
I think it was something like that.
And it won't change like, you investing in us won't change our lives, but it will change your life.
Yeah, it was something along those lines. Yeah.
What's the worst thing that could happen? Like, we're broke. Like, it's like we're already here, so like the upside was like way higher.
It was. And I think what I liked on the call too is that you guys didn't make any promises about like numbers or anything. It's just like, hey, we're going to implement this and you're going to get busier. And it's like, and then you're going to see where the chips fall, I think that's a big thing too. A lot of other programs and coaches, or whatever you want to call them, they always like try to offer this like thing up here and like guarantee it. And you guys were like, we're going to teach you a skill that you're going to be able to use forever. And that's what it really, it it's not even just about the money that we made after, it's everything that came after that, and like how it shifted our whole point of view about business. I tell people a lot of times, like, the money we invested with you guys, that was like our very first like real business callus, where it's like you have to get callous to investing in yourself and investing in skills and like work, and then being exposed to people that are doing much better than you know.
Yeah. Soft hands, brother.
Soft hands,
I guess.
soft hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the really cool thing about you guys is because we can't sit here and be like, hey, you know, we have a magical program you guys went through, because a lot of people will come in, they're like, hey, you know, maybe JT just got lucky, you know, they just started posting content, it's like a one hit thing, and they just came across, it was just luck, this might not happen to me. But the thing is, like, you guys, because I talked to a ton of different people, like I've done thousands of calls with different business owners, and you guys were not afraid of hard work before while I was talking to you guys on the call, and then immediately after paying. A lot of people, like, they think as soon as they swipe their credit card, like, their problems are magically solved. You guys work twice as hard after you guys swipe the card, and because of what we do is we teach business owners on how to actually run their own ads and how to create their own content. So if business owners are creating their own content, they think that's going to be like a diluted
diluted service.
Diluted service, and they're going to be doing a worse job. Right? But you guys committed to the reps, and you committed to excellence, and you guys are creating content better than if we actually came out there and recorded with you, because you guys understand your industry a lot better, and you like the commitment to excellence of actually posting consistently, seeing what worked, what didn't work, because your content in the beginning was just before after photos was not good. And then if I look at the videos that you guys posted like early on compared to now, it is like you guys did it. Like we just kind of led you in the right direction. You guys are like, okay, we invested this money, we have to do the work now. Ads are running, people are coming to the page, but you guys did everything else.
Yeah, you guys went heavy on the organic side too.
So I don't remember if I ever told you, but like right when we got off the phone, we were just like, okay, well, we got to get to work now. And like, and we're like, so what do we do? And so, you know, I know an underlying theme sometimes is like you get people who swipe the card and then they drag their feet on doing our first ad. We had our first ad out like 3 days later or something like that. Like we had it back to your team. Like we went and filmed everything the next day, and your team had it and had it edited to us like a day later. And I had set the goal to just work harder than everybody that was in your group. So like there was a lot of active people in the group, and I was just like, how do we be better than these people? And I like that you mentioned about like people think that like JT had one post and they just got lucky. It took us 212 posts in 4 months before we ever had our first viral video. And the virality videos do nothing for JT Junk Solutions as a junk removal business, like the ads do for the business. And we're still booking jobs from the one ad that we filmed with you guys and edited and posted forever ago. We still, and that's because, like, you know, one of the things we do is have to DM the people that come in. We DM'd every person. It didn't matter if there was a blank profile. Didn't matter if it looked like it was a scam. Like we were like, we're gonna do the reps. Like I don't care if it doesn't seem like this is a lead. I'm gonna treat it like a lead. We were paying for it like it was a lead. You know.
Yeah, that's amazing you said that, because like I talked to like clients who are like, oh, I'm not. Maybe let's swap that out after 2 days of it running because there's blank profiles, there's this, and I didn't bother messaging them. Because like I don't know, we've gotten clients where it's like a blank profile or like a cartoon character, and they paid 5 figures plus.
One of the biggest jobs we've ever quoted was $75,000, and it was from a blank profile, and it was because the granddaughter had saw our ad and then sent it to her grandmother. And her grandmother knew how to use Instagram, but just wasn't set up or anything. And we went and we did a couple loads for them.
It was like a really blurry photo of her.
Oh yeah. And so just crazy. And then like, but that's the thing is like people avoid doing the work and doing the reps. That's literally what it comes down to. Like, and there is no magic bullet if you're not willing to do those two things.
Yeah, it's like how you do one thing is how you do everything, and I genuinely believe that. Like with you, the background like in powerlifting, like in the army, also like going to the gym after a long day of work. There's people that just work an office job and say I'm too tired, and that was very clear from the get-go. Same with you working as a server, like, and continuing to work and then still hitting the gym, seeing your stories all the time. Like you guys aren't strangers to hard work, and like just messaging people is like the easiest thing
It's
of the
so,
job.
so easy.
And he kind of
When they're
figured
all
that out
leads.
when he went
Yeah.
on the job site with you.
Yeah.
He's like, these guys do actual like hard work.
Every day.
Yeah.
We didn't suck before because we just didn't work hard. We just sucked because we didn't have direction, and you guys provided that.
Yeah, we didn't know any better. We just didn't know what we didn't know, you know? I think that one of the most ignorant things business owners can do is like ask advice from somebody who's doing what they want to be doing and then saying, you know, like, oh, well, that doesn't work for me or this or that. And it's like, okay, well, what do you, now what? What do you want me to tell you? And I don't know, Jackie and I, we just agreed after we got off the call with you guys. We said we're just going to do everything they told us to do, and if it doesn't work, then it is their fault. If we did everything they said to do,
Yeah.
but if we miss something or don't do something, well, how do we know it's not our fault? You know, so that was our mindset around it the whole time.
Yeah, the hard work is like one aspect of success. Like the not having a victim mentality was like another one, and then another one is also intensity is important, but like direction is more important. You guys could be working hard, but if you're doing the wrong things, you're focused on SEO, you're doing like door signs, you're knocking doors, you're not going to see as much success as putting that same effort in the right direction, which is what you guys did. A quick question with the Instagram, and you guys have gotten a ton of leads. You guys have grown a ton on social media. What's a lot of people that like I'll talk to will say that their client avatar, or like most homeowners, they're not going to be able to get jobs off of Instagram because it's a younger audience. They're not going to be able to get people there.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
There's
What is
a
that?
lot of 20-year-old homeowners, and they all have family. They all have friends.
I mean, that's such a stupid way to look at it. Like, I mean, we're in a digital age where, again, like that lady was like in her mid 60s. Okay, like people, the older generation is on social media, but if they're not, their family members are, their kids, their grandkids, their cousins, their brothers or sisters, whatever. It's just an excuse. Like it's legit. I don't know how else to put it. Like that's such a stupid excuse. Like, and that's like saying like, oh well, a 20-year-old's not going to look up a service on Google. Like really? Like that's not how that works. I don't know. I think people are naive. You know. And how many businesses have you guys signed up over the last 2 years? Like
240.
Yeah,
250.
So 250 other businesses have found out it works for them. So why would anybody's business be any different? And I think junk removal is probably one of the ones that are a little bit harder because like junk removal is a business of like education. Most people don't even know junk removal is a service that can be provided to them. So like the very fact remains is that like especially for a junk removal business, these are the best ads to run because it lets people know that the service even exists. You know,
like there's pros and cons to doing Google and Instagram.
Yeah.
Like with Google, they're actively searching for it. On Instagram, like I'd be like a perfect customer. Like I have a garage that's kind of dirty right now, and it's like spring, but I'm not actively thinking about it and Googling it. So if I saw an Instagram ad, I'd be like, oh, I need to get this done. Let me give a quick call and get it sorted out.
Yeah. One of the things that nobody talks about either is like on Google, the creative control is not really there. And with Instagram, you have Instagram, Facebook, you have creative control. So you dictate what problem you're trying to talk to, and what person you're trying to talk to, and how you're going to solve it. One avatar, one pain point, one solution, and you can do that on Instagram. Like it's literally perfect for that.
Right. Yeah, because with Google, you're only competing on keywords. And there's no brand built. It's only keywords. And then Instagram, they get to see you guys. They get to see the work that you're doing. They get to see your clients that you're working with every single day.
Yeah.
It's way more personal than Google.
Yeah, 100%. And then you get to answer their questions in the content.
Instagram ads also pop up so much, and you guys touched on like the touch points in the very beginning since we signed up with y'all. And I mean, we've had people that came to us like 6 months later, and they're like, oh yeah, we just keep seeing you guys
Everywhere. Yeah.
So,
It's like staying top of mind. Like it's so Instagram makes it easy. Like people just don't realize it.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like you guys are like hard workers, but you guys are also both intelligent as well, and I can tell that by communicating with you.
Thank you.
With the like advertising, you didn't just come in and said, okay, we're gonna do what they tell us to do and shut our brains off completely.
Yeah.
You guys were like, okay, what is everybody else doing in the space? How could I be better at this?
Yeah.
And you guys took a very proactive approach.
Yeah.
which is like one of the key indicators of like success in anything that you do.
Yeah.
Even when we started our business, where we didn't just come in and say, okay, let's just do what everybody else is doing and see what works. And a lot of new junk removal companies are coming out trying to copy you.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that you guys didn't come in and do that. You guys found what worked for you, innovated on it, made it better, committed to excellence, and that's where you guys got to where you guys are right now.
Yeah.
I think that bugs us both because like people just copy us and they don't even know what they're trying to achieve by what they're posting, for example, like, or even just copying what we wear. It's like, what is that gonna do for you? You have to have a goal.
Copying the clothes.
The names. A lot of them like started taking solutions, and it's like, it's a lot of. There's not a lot of thought process behind why they're trying to do it, and it's actually more detrimental to their business if they were to try to copy us in the way that we do things now. But yeah, even in the beginning, like we focused on organic content, and what became hard for us maybe 3 months into the program was like we started really pushing ourselves hard on the organic content, because we were like, okay, like the ads work, but like how do we make them work better? How do we spend less money and get more out of it? And that was just something that we decided to focus on. And like I said, that 4 months and 212 posts was from the time we signed up from you guys. So like we had been posting content that whole 6 months of business, but like you said, it was just like before and after is the same shit that every junk removal company posts with no thought behind that either. And so we started focusing on our customer pain points, and like if I was a customer, what is it that I would want to know about, or what questions would I ask about junk removal and want to see? So yeah, crazy.
And people will copy the dumbest things that have nothing to do with the business. I laughed when you said the shirt thing, because like even that's something we both have in common. Like Luke has had tons of competitors like copy our ads word for word, bar for bar, angle for angle.
Angle is crazy.
They're wearing the same stuff, and a lot of those guys aren't in business now.
We've seen those guys.
We've seen them. We've dealt with them. You know.
Yeah, because you're always trying to copy somebody else. You're always going to be 10 steps behind, and it's never going to work. I tell everybody that, whether they're doing content marketing or service businesses, copying somebody else, it's never going to work.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, like, even with the Instagram, that's not the end-all be-all solution.
Yeah.
For a lot of businesses, like, it is the biggest and easiest lever they can pull to get the best results possible at that moment. And if I don't think so, I'm not going to onboard them to the program.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? But you guys also have your own like ways of marketing outside of what it is that we do, which, you know, like it's cool that, you know, we were able to help you guys out, but I really want to applaud you guys on the fact that you guys are innovative. You guys are thinking for yourselves and always looking at, hey, what could I do to do a better job?
Yeah.
The person that just like reads a script, follows a direction, posts 2 videos a week, not thinking about it, is only going to get so far. Whereas you guys, for every single thing that I'm talking about, you guys went the extra mile. You guys put the effort in, but it wasn't just like blind effort. It was like with thought behind it as well.
We, especially when we were posting that content, I remember, so we were like averaging like 500 views a video, and then like it started getting to 1,000, and I was like, well, what did we do to change it to 1,000? Okay, let's change it again just a little bit. And we went 1,000 to 3,000. Then I remember we had one go to 5,000. I'm like, let's go. We're gonna. And then we had one that freaking did over 1 million views, and it just was like, it's being meticulous about the things that you're doing and just measuring them. Like, and anything that's not measured in business, it can't be changed. And like, I think that's the thing that most operators struggle with is they throw everything at a wall to see what sticks. And then something sticks and they get hyper fixated on it, but then they never try to like go down that rabbit hole. And we just always, I don't know, we're just always looking for ways to get better. But what you guys did is you laid the foundation of like learning how ads work, learning how spending money to make money works. And then we just applied it to everything else, you know? I don't know if Luke told you, but I just had a guy come into my program, and I sat and chatted with him for a couple minutes on Instagram. I changed his shitty ads twice, and he's on track of making $50,000 in his second month of business. And like most of the guys that follow us don't even make $20,000 a month.
That's awesome. I was on a call the other day. It was with a junk removal like business.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you guys worked with JT. And he was like, I don't know. Like, they've just been in business not that long, and they're already trying to coach. Like, they've been helping out. Like, what gives them the right to give advice to other junk removal companies? Because they haven't been in business that long. And I was like, no, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you right there, because it's not off of time frame.
Yeah.
Like, we could be in business for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And if someone's at $20,000 a month, I'd rather go with the person that was able to achieve a way bigger result in a smaller time frame, because they were thinking a different way. They did different things that allowed them to get that result.
Yeah. It's okay to, if you're bad in business, doing it for a longer period of time doesn't make you any better, you know? And shout out to that company that had something to say, because the reality is you were with this team because you can't figure it out, and you're going to someone looking for advice. So that's crazy.
They know who JT Junk Solutions is. You don't know who they are.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy, you know?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, that's wild.
But you guys have always self-invested ever since with us. Like, it wasn't just us. It was into organic, YouTube side of things. Like, you guys have, what's that process been? Like, you guys had that organic post go viral.
Yeah.
What was your guys' investment like after that?
You remember? I remember it pretty distinctly. So we had that first video go viral on Instagram, right?
Yep.
And at the time, this was something we had to focus on. The group was like, how do you get more content out? And it was like posting across different platforms. Shout out to Jeremy. Like, you know, me and Jeremy were always in a contest of like getting views and like who's posting more. Jeremy's the king of posting. He does way more content, right? But you know, so once Instagram went viral, it's like, okay, well, how do we replicate that? And then we kept replicating it on Instagram, and the Instagram grew. And then it's like, okay, well, how do I take this to Facebook? How do I take this to TikTok? How do I take this to YouTube? And we just tripled down on trying to do that, replicating the same thing on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And there wasn't like an end goal. There wasn't like a monetary thing. It's just like, let me prove to myself that what I'm doing that works on here can work on these platforms too. So that was like the immediate thing that we focused on, and we just and it just came down to the content. And nowadays, content is ads, and ads is content. Yep. So when people try to talk crap about us, it makes me giggle, because it's like, we're some of the best copywriters in the industry, if not the best. Like, I can write a better ad than 99.99% of all the people in junk removal, guaranteed. Like, I know that because my content does that. That's what my so, you know, last 7 months we just signed a bunch of brand deals. So I had to get all the numbers together. Did you share that with him?
No, I didn't. Go for it.
So over the last 7 months, we gained 207,000 followers across platforms, did $500,000 of aggregate revenue for other brands, and did 131 million views across platforms.
That's insane.
Yeah, and that's why we get paid 6 figures for just posting videos now. Like, there's a reason, and like, brands want us to do ads for them because we do good ads. Like, and that all started with learning ads from y'all. You know what I mean?
It's awesome. That's so sweet. I love to see. Do you have any other questions for our process and everything? I really want to hear about your guys' brand deals and like where you guys see the future. But do you have anything else?
No, that was pretty much it.
That's good. Yeah.
I had a couple questions like outside of the brand deals, like just about you guys being in business, like challenges that you guys faced.
Sure.
Being like a woman in a junk removal like industry, and then also you guys being a couple. Like, a lot of people think that you can actually start a business with your significant other.
Yeah. Ask her.
Go for it.
So how's that been for you?
I think we set a trend for the couples in business. I think a lot of people just don't really like their partners, and they're like, I don't think I can stand them. I can't be around them, and it's hard. Like, it's fun, but it's equally hard. We're 2 different people. We have different opinions and different ways of doing things, so we just have to try to find that like sweet spot every single time.
Yeah, we butt heads a lot. Like, and like, people, they might assume we have like this perfect relationship, which we do. We have a perfect relationship in the sense that we like, we have a lot of problems and we butt heads together, but we always come out on the other side of like trying to figure it out. I think, you know, Luke and I, we sympathize. Like our past relationships is what led us to success. So we went through some crappy times, and then, you know, on the other side of that, we were able to become successful. I think the really crappy thing for Jackie is just that I'm the character that everyone looks at. Like I'm just, you know, like people.
The meaty one.
Yeah, I'm just the like everyone always puts their eyes on me, but Jackie's like the brains of the operation, you know, and like she told you guys, like I'm very ADHD. I've got a lot of ideas. The good idea fairy likes to like sit on my shoulder all day long, and like that's not good for business. But like every once in a while it is, and so what she does is like she listens to all my BS all day long, and then she'll pick that one that actually makes sense, and then we get it implemented, and it takes us to the next level. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, the synergy is really good because a lot of people would assume that it's just like perfect, no fights, but it's those challenges and you guys learning how to overcome it that, you know, allows you guys to work together and do well.
Yeah.
I think it's the same for any business partners, whether we were just like two guys that were friends.
Yeah.
We
You
butt
know?
heads sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see a lot of we've have experience with a lot of guys that we've coached that are like they have business partners, and it's not a good like mutual, like it's like they're working against each other, you know. You saw how hot it was too yesterday. It's like imagine working 12 hours in that and then like being with your spouse the whole time and then like having a disagreement just because it's 100 degrees out and you've been sweating all day. You're just pissed to be alive, you know? Like that happens more often than not, you know?
You guys are patience maxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taste, yeah.
Remember that nail he told you about in his boot?
Yeah.
We were arguing about something stupid that morning,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he gets his nail stuck in his boot and
In my
yells.
foot.
Yeah.
He had a nail go through his foot.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes out is the argument.
He like yells a little bit, and I smirked a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I went to help him. So.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, that's great. I love to see how supportive you guys are with each other. Like you gas up Jackie, you gas up Tanner. Like you guys work so well together. So it's awesome to see that, and it does not go unnoticed, especially online.
We appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I think more couples should work together. I think it's important for them to test their relationship, and it's just like it's building those calluses too. Like, because otherwise, what is a relationship like? You're not doing work together and trying to like take your life to the next level, or you're not both like simultaneously working towards that goal. I think that's where a lot of people, you know, fall short. So
I know you mentioned earlier, like your ex-partner wanted you home at 5 or 6 and just like hanging out with her. We've had those days, right? I think everybody does. But the cool thing is, like, we always know what's going on with each other, so we know what we can ask for and what we can't ask for, and it's great.
yeah, and it's like it's if one of us wants something, like we both have to get our asses in gear. It's like not a single person journey anymore, and it never has been for us. So yeah, it's fun.
That's sweet.
So, yeah, you guys are going through like the good times and the hard times like together as well. Even in the beginning, it'd be tough if that decision and it was just you. That decision on you, and she's like, "Oh, it better work."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas she's like, "Hey, we're gonna go through this together. Like, if it doesn't work, we're both in it together, and if it does, like, we're both in it together."
Yeah.
That's so good. I just love to see the growth, like how much you guys have grown. Almost 400,000 followers across all platforms. Like in the last 2 years is crazy work.
Yeah.
Where do you guys see this going? Like, what's the next 6 months to a year look like for you guys? Is it scaling junk removal or brand?
I want to know your opinion. No, me. All right. You know, to be honest, I'm not a good like goal setter. It's probably one of my downfalls. I have a lot of ideas, like I said. You know, good idea, fairy. I would really like to get to a point. It's important for us to build a junk removal company that's extremely successful, just for the social proof, right? But as we kind of gone through these like last 90 days, we went through hiring and firing a crew and like trying to scale the company. I've kind of realized that maybe chasing the revenue is not all it's cracked up to be, and it's just not that important to me personally. And I also think it's important that you can put things on a long time frame, right? Like look at what we've done in 2 years, and like we spent the first year like busting our asses, and like we could do that for the next 5 years, but it's like why don't we just take the race a little bit slower? And I just feel a little bit more disconnected from the community than I'd like. And so something I'd really like to do is start working towards doing free pickups within the community, whether it's on a weekly or monthly basis, and getting to the point where social media pays for that. And we're pretty much there. Like we're getting ready to do our first one probably this week. And you know, it's I just want to get back to the community and figure out how to do that and get a little bit more involved. I think the money will fall in place after. Like we're relatively frugal people. We don't go out a lot. We don't spend money. We have things that we want to do, but it's not as important as us, you know, laying in bed at night and feeling good about the work that we did. That's it.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
huge.
that was what I was thinking as well in terms of the question with the business and like what you guys have done with it so far. Like a lot of people, it's not all about revenue, because
Yeah.
I feel like if you guys wanted to double or triple, you guys could just crank up spend. You guys
We
could just
could.
hire the crew. You guys could just get the equipment.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that your main focus now is to, you know, put that on a longer like horizon, like actually enjoy the process, like actually do the work, and then
Yeah.
give back to the community.
Yeah. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the top line revenue, it's a vanity metric, you know, and like it's all about profitability and like in actually having money in the bank. We chased the top line revenue and we hit some goals, and it just wasn't very satisfying. Yeah, I don't know. And at the end of the day, like junk removal as a business is just like not as lucrative as like social media is. And social media is fun and it's challenging and it's a little bit more brain power. And I don't know. It's just, I enjoy that more. I like junk removal for the simplicities of like running a business and like learning some of those hard skills. It's a stepping stone, you know. There was a time though where I wanted to own the biggest junk removal company in the world. I thought that was like the thing, but that's like a 20, 30-year goal. And like, what is the accomplishment out of that? Like, what does that do? What does that change? I don't really know, but I know that I could impact a lot of people's lives with social media, and we already have. I mean, we're probably closer to 1,000 plus haulers that we've helped grow and scale to $100,000 a year, you know, and it's like, that's not a lot of money to some people, but you know, for someone like us who is making like I posted my tax statement from the year before. I made $17,000 the year before I started junk removal. Like to go from that to what we've done. I mean, if I could do that for 1,000 families across the U.S. and give them the ability to buy their own time back with themselves and like have something that's theirs and not have to clock in, what else do I need to do? Like, what else could I do? You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. You're helping out like a previous version of yourself
That's
throughout
it.
the entire process. Yeah.
That's
And
literally it.
when you gave me the numbers earlier and you're saying that you guys have had X amount of impact, that's what you guys know of. I'm
Yeah.
from like Alberta and Canada,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's people in my city that know who you guys are.
that's crazy.
That's cool.
That I've
Yeah.
started junk removal businesses because of you guys as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So,
And you know, a lot of people in the industry hate us because of that. They hate that there's so many people that we brought in, but the junk removal industry is a $12 billion industry. It's growing by 6% every year. The number one junk removal company by revenue is 1-800-GOT-JUNK, and they are a $750 million brand, and their CEO has already said he wants to be a $1 billion brand, and they have less than 10% of the market share.
Wow.
Yep.
The next junk removal company under that only does $40 million a year.
Wow.
yeah. And this goes back to what we were
crazy.
talking about earlier. Anyone that gets annoyed at the fact that more people are starting, like when you go and look at a market and it's saturated and there's a lot of people, I think it's a good thing. That means the idea is validated and it's growing.
Yeah.
The only people that would get annoyed at that are the people that can't think or innovate or do things differently.
Yeah.
I would see that as hey, it's an open market. Like a lot of people are doing it. I just have to come in and do a better job than them.
Yeah.
Junk removal is saturated with people who do not know how to market and do not know how to sell.
Yeah.
Like they don't know how to run a business, and they all treat it like a side hustle. And as long as that's the landscape, it is so easy to win. And so I laugh at anybody who makes that excuse. Like, it's not saturated. Like, the numbers don't support it.
Yeah. I remember very early on with your viral posts of people saying, who are these guys sharing all these numbers and everything? They're just saturating the market and making it hard for me to grow my business.
The victim mentality.
Yeah. And can we be honest real quick? The numbers that we share are mediocre. Like a $300,000 junk removal company is not, like, that's nothing in the grand scheme of like legit junk removal businesses. We're friends with some of the bigger companies like 505 Junk, Barry Hartman. They're doing $5 million a year in Canada. We've got Junk Teens, Kirk and his brother. They do $2.5 million a year. They built that business as teenagers. Heavy Load Hauling, they're doing $1 million plus. We got Texas Junkers, Tony over in Houston, doing $1 million plus. Even like Mario, like he's been consistently doing $40,000 months. Like we've only had a handful of $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 months. What it is it's just the numbers are polarizing to people because they don't understand how businesses work. And that's our goal. And it's ultimate transparency. If my customers see that I'm going to post what I charge them on a job, well, then the ones that don't want to work with us will choose not to work with us, and the ones that want to work with us will already they're already sold. Like I told you we did a pickup last week for a customer that's been following us for over a year from our ad. When we got there, he basically said, "I don't care what it costs. Just charge. Like I know how much you guys charge. Just whatever it costs." And then he was happy I gave him a $50 discount because he's not only a 20-year Navy veteran, but now he's a police officer too. Like. And he paid over $600. Didn't even blink a freaking eye.
People just like to think that things are impossible so they could stay comfortable.
That's it.
Even with you guys posting, like most people would be like, I don't want to post the price points of what I do. Yep. But then it's that abundant mindset where you guys know that there's enough like inflow of clients. There's enough of the market where it doesn't matter. The people that aren't going to buy from you, that the numbers scare away, weren't going to buy from you anyways.
That's it. And then now they're not spending your ad money asking you how much it costs, right? Like, come on, use some common sense.
It saves you from price shoppers, and you only deal with people that you actually want to work with.
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, we've done that. We've changed our marketing a little bit to support that, and it's worked.
Yeah. Less volume, more profit. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And like junk removal, like a lot of people, they just try to play it as a commodity game. Being busy in business just for the sake of being busy, it doesn't mean anything. Take a quick moment to shout out my boy August.Ott on Instagram. Give him a follow.
AKA his nickname in the company is Rainmaker.
Rainmaker, let's go.
He leads all of client success. He's been with us ever since the start of this, and he is the one responsible for setting up all these ads and
getting JT Junk Solutions viral. It's his fault.
It's his fault.
In order to make it rain, you need cash, and he helps clients make cash.
There we go.
When I talk to a ton of different business owners, like when I'm on calls, and a lot of the things I'll hear is like they'll be at $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and again, those are just numbers, but it's an indication of how busy their business is.
Yeah.
And they'll always ask like, I don't have time to make the content, I don't have time to do the ads, and then they'll always point out to you guys because you guys are. I'll point out to you guys because you guys are doing, decent amounts of revenue, and you guys are also doing extremely well on social media.
Yeah.
So how do you guys balance that both? And what would you say to, people in business that are starting off that think that they don't have time to create content or to advertise?
Yeah.
Social media does take time, but the truth is in business, at least in ours, a lot of the tasks that we have don't take more than like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just not letting days go by without doing a specific thing, because then you have more to do. You just do it when you have to do it, do your next task when you have to do it, and it's pretty easy.
Content, listen, you can make content with this right here, and you can make it at any time and post it at any time. It is so easy. You literally flip to the camera and say, I'm here with the boys today shooting a podcast. We got 2 7-figure business owners here, and I never thought that I would be in a place where I could make content and sit across a table like this. And that's it. And I could make that post right now and it'd get 10,000 views. Like, it's an excuse. And it's an excuse like anything else. Like, I just don't. What do you mean you don't have time? You don't have time to take your phone out and record what you're doing while you're doing it? I did that with you guys yesterday.
Yep.
I mean, it's just stupid. What a terrible excuse.
It is. I feel like maybe people overcomplicate the process, but imperfect action now is better than perfect action never.
And right now is actually the best time because like yap maxing, like what I just did, that's like the content style that's in. And like overly edited content is like, it hasn't been a thing like for like a year and a half already. Like editing does take time. I probably spend 45 minutes a day editing a piece of content that goes out, but look at the return, you know?
Bless you.
Bless you, Diego. I mean, let's just think about that for a second. We signed, so Jackie and I signed $106,000 of brand deals probably about a month ago. So anyone here who wants to make an excuse that they can't spend 1 hour a day making a post, well, you just missed out on 6 figures. Sorry to tell you. Like, and that's just the beginning of it.
Because they're too afraid to talk on camera.
Yeah, and then also with all the business revenue we've done just from social media and ads and stuff like, I mean, that comes from us taking content. So, I mean, you get the results of the work that you put in. So if you don't want to do content, by all means, we're just going to keep crushing you on social media.
You know, if they said they were afraid to make content, that's one thing. But if you pretend like you don't want it, then you didn't fail at it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's but everything is hard that you don't do, right? Like, I mean, when we signed up with you guys, like everything that you like, literally what you guys have us do in the program is not complicated whatsoever. You guys don't make it complicated, but I felt overwhelmed in the beginning of all the things that we had to do. It's because I never done it before. Yeah. But like, if you never start posting content, of course it's gonna be difficult. Like, no shit. Like, I just don't get it's the victim mentality. It's just like it's seeping into other business owners. I don't know.
It's like going into the gym, like you're gonna feel a little bit overwhelmed, but you have to get your reps in, and they're not gonna be the best reps, but you getting that volume in, and the quicker you do that volume, the better you're gonna be.
There's always gonna be a bigger fish too. There's always gonna be someone better. Like we have our accomplishments, but you guys have yours, and you guys I feel like overshadow us by a lot. But it just depends on whose perspective it is, you know, and what the goals are. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be someone better, you know, like, and until one of us surpasses Elon Musk in this room, you know, like, I don't know, you know, there's always a better business owner out there. So
I think the biggest thing is just starting. Once you take just that leap, you start to build the confidence day after day after day. Yeah. It's like, oh, I can't create content like JT. They've been doing it for a year, 2 years now. It's like, where do you think they were 2 years ago?
I mean,
we had our first day too.
Yeah, everybody does. Yeah. But they just see the now, and they don't see themselves in their now 2 years later where they could be.
Yeah, and when I'm on these calls, it's not like it's the process that I'm selling. I'm more like a therapist and helping them overcome their limiting beliefs, because they wouldn't be on the call if they didn't know that they had to advertise, that they need marketing.
Yeah,
it's just that it's scary to take that leap of faith, not knowing the unknown, not knowing how to swim, and taking a jump knowing that someone's going to be there to help you out.
That's it. That's all it comes down to.
Maybe that's why I said yes, because I don't know how to swim.
I also don't know how to swim.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing to see.
That's crazy.
All right, so what's one thing that they don't know about, that you haven't said online ever? What's something that they don't know about Tanner and Jackie from JT Junk Solutions? An interesting fact or anything you guys can think of.
Yeah, I strive for like ultimate transparency on social media, so I feel like everything's pretty known, right? Like I'm just like such an average guy. I do a lot of things, right? Like you guys see, I'm a power lifter. I ride BMX. The only thing I haven't put online, I play guitar and I sing. Like that's a thing I do, but I only do it for Jackie. So I
was gonna get you to give us a sample.
No, but like, you know, I try to put everything out there because I think it's just easier for people to relate to me. It's like, hey, this guy does all these things. He's just an average dude, and I don't know. I don't have anything really.
All right. Well, Jackie, I don't know much about you. So outside of work, what are some of your hobbies?
I like hair, makeup, the gym.
Shopping. She loves shopping.
Yes, that's a hobby.
Like her stress relief is like, she's like, I'm gonna go to Home Goods, or I'm gonna go to Target.
Yeah. I like organizing and decorating. That's like my favorite thing.
She loves cleaning.
If I get bored, I'll just go clean and like make something pretty.
Yeah,
really-
my
I
wife
like
does that
throwing
too.
things away too.
Yeah.
That is all woman. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is like Jackie is like she's a girly girl, like, and maybe we don't do a lot of content like that, but like she is a girly girl, but she's also out there getting after it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
yin
she,
and the yang.
yeah. And she can bench more than you.
Yes, for sure. It definitely deadlift more than
Yeah, so you guys were talking about building Jackie's personal brand.
Yeah.
What direction would you guys want to go with that?
He was talking about both, but if I was doing it today, it'd probably be like being a wife and a business owner, just because I think that a lot of women would relate to that, and I would want women on my page. So I think a lot of people think that they can't have both, you know, or like they can't do one at 100% because they're doing the other one, and I love both of them. I enjoy doing both.
Yeah, they think
Yeah.
something might give,
Yeah.
right? And they don't see that other side that you mentioned with like all the hobbies that you have, like you still being a girly girl, because the page is centered around business, and
Yeah.
that's the part that they see.
Yeah.
You gotta get a video of you playing the guitar on that's yeah. Dang, powerlifting guitar.
That's
Mhm.
sweet.
Do jiu-jitsu. I mean, I played football. I ran track. I do a lot of stuff. I like working on cars. Anything you can think of, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I've surfed. I snowboard. Do it
Love
all.
it.
That's
Love it.
insane. And you said average earlier, but what's your squat or bench and deadlift?
Yeah. So right now my squat and deadlift are around 600, and bench is around 400. But my peak strength was my last meet. I squatted 727, benched 430, and deadlifted 683.
I don't know about average. That's like Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah. I mean, it's in powerlifting, it's average. It's like it's top average. So I think if we were gonna build personal brands, I would really focus a lot more time around Jackie. And maybe just like more like lifestyle stuff too. Like I want to travel and I want to do all that. I don't really think I have anything to offer people outside of what I already do, which is I just like educating. I like learning things and then like trying to figure out how to make it simple for people. Because even though you said that I was educated or whatever you said I was, I'm pretty dumb. Like anyone here who thinks
Intelligent.
No,
intelligent.
you're intelligent, but you simplify your action.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the average dumb dude that just like I like to lift weights and do things and sometimes like concepts don't really stick to me. And so when they do, it makes me want to share it with everyone and be like, dude, look at what I learned. Like it's like I feel like a caveman with fire. Like,
Yeah.
fire.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I always say like I'm a dummy with zero fear.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like you have no fear to do it, and you're willing to learn.
Yeah.
I think for your personal brand, I think that will be huge, especially like the wife business owner aspect. You will inspire a ton of females in that same position once you start sharing about it.
100%. That's gonna crush.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it would be good to inspire more men to letting their women. That's terrible to say. I just think that like as men we need to stop having
Giving
to take
your women
responsibility.
permission.
Yeah, no,
Not even just that. I think that a lot of people grew up with like, oh, the man has to provide, and like I'm just gonna be at home looking pretty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like two people work better than just one. There's just lean on your partner and let them do things and like
I think that everyone should have their own independency. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. You're gonna crush with it.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, so this has been a podcast with Tanner and Jackie with JT Junk Solutions. They, over the last 2 years, went from $2,000 a month to $500,000 in revenue, 400,000+ followers across all platforms, and I can't wait to see where you guys take this. Where can they find you?
Yeah, we're at JT Junk Solutions everywhere, so you'll find us at that username.
Awesome. Love it. Thanks for being on.
Thanks for having us.